My name is Muhammad Tahir, and today we will discuss about gross anatomy of kidney. In this video, we will talk about its location, its coverings, its borders and surfaces, and its blood supply and its structure. First of all, we are talking about the location of kidney, that where kidney is situated. First, we are talking about its location. Kidney is retroperitoneal related to posterior abdominal wall. Kidney is pair organ situated on each side of vertebral column at the level of T12 to L3 vertebra. So situated on each side of vertebral column at the level of T12 to L3 vertebrae. Now we are talking about its coverings. That what structure covers the kidney. We will talk about from internal to external. So first is capsule. Coverings. First of all is capsule. Capsule will cover each kidney, and after capsule is peri-renal pad. Peri-renal pad. Peri-renal pad is external to the capsule, and then renal fascia. Renal fascia. Renal fascia is just the condensation of connective tissue which is laterally continuous with the transversalis fascia. So I write these, it is condensation of connective tissue. Condensation of connective tissue laterally continues as laterally continue is transversalis fascia, and then the fourth structure which cover kidney is pararenal pad. Pararenal pad. These all structure is from internal to external. Internal to external. Mean first of all is capsule, then perirenal pad, then the renal fascia, and then pararenal pad. Now we are talking about its boundaries and surfaces. Boundaries and surfaces. First, I will draw diagram so that we understand it clearly. For example, it is kidney. So you see in the diagram that it have one upper pole and one lower pole, and two borders. One is lateral border, which is convex, and one medial border, which is concave. And of course, it have two surfaces, which you see from the front is interior surface, and the surface which will you see from the back is posterior surface. So it is upper pole lower pole, medial boundary, and lateral boundary. Sorry, it is medial boundary and it is lateral boundary. In the medial boundary, we have helium, in which arteries will enter and vein will exit, and ureter will also exit. So these are the boundaries and surfaces of kidney. Now we are going to talk about its structure. Structure. We will draw diagram. For example, it is medial bond, but it is medial border. In the medial border, we have helium, in which arteries and arteries will enter and vein will exit, and ureter will also exit. But for our understanding, we will assume that the ureter enter through helium. So, for example, it is ureter. Ureter and the helium will expand in this portion we call renal pelvis. It is we call renal pelvis. It is just expanded portion of ureter in the helium. Renal pelvis. Then the renal pelvis will divide into two major calyces, two or three major calyces. For example, it is here divided into two major calyces. These are major calyces. We will write its name later. It is major calyces, and major calyces will further divide it into two or three minor calyces. For example, here it is divided into minor calyces. So these are minor calyces. Minor calyces will reach to the apex of pyramid. Now I will write it bigger. I will draw diagram bigger so we understand it clearly. For example, it is kidney and it is medial border, it is lateral border. In the kidney, the outer layer, the outer one is called cortex and the inner one is medulla. So, for example, it is cortex. The outer one is cortex. In the medulla, we have pyramids. We have a dozen of pyramids. For example, it is one pyramid, it is other pyramid, there are many pyramids, but I write these so that we understand it clearly. Pyramids are present in the medulla of kidney. Each pyramid have one base and one apex. And the apex of pyramid is called renal papilla. For example, it is apex, it is called renal papilla. Each minor calyx will reach to at least one minor papilla. So urine will out from the medulla to the minor calyx, then major calyx, and then renal pelvis and then will out through ureter. So I write name, it is major calyx, major calycis, and it is minor calycis, and it is pyramid. The cortex, which is present between two pyramids, we call it renal columns. For example, it is cortex and it is expanded between these two pyramids. This we call renal columns. We call it renal columns. There are various striations from the base of pyramid to towards the cortex side, and these striations are called renal rays. These are called renal rays. So it is the structure of kidney. In the kidney we have lobules. But how it is formed? One lobule is formed by pyramid plus its cortex. So they will form one lobe of kidney. Here, for example, it is pyramid and it is its cortex. They will form lobe of kidney. For example, it is one lobe, it is another. So lobes are formed in this way. Now we are talking about its blood supply. Blood supply of kidney. Each kidney is supplied by a renal artery, which is arise from the aorta at the level of second lumbar vertebrae. Renal artery, abdominal aorta, arises from the abdominal aorta at the level of second lumbar vertebrae, and then each renal artery will be further divided into 5 segmental arteries, and these segmental arteries will enter through the hilum of kidney. So they will divide into 5 segmental arteries. And then segmental artery will be further divided into lobar artery, and then lobar artery will be divided into 2 or 3 interlobar artery, and then interlobar artery will be further divided into arcuate artery. They will form arcuate arc-like on the base of pyramid, and these arcuate artery will be further divided into interlobular artery. These interlobular artery will then ascend in the cortex and will be divided into efferent arteriole. They will be divided into efferent arteriole. So it is important for MCQs that efferent arteriole arises from the interlobular artery, not interlobar artery. They are arising from the interlobular artery, and efferent arteriole it will be further divided into glomerular capillary, glomerular capillary. In this glomerular capillary will be further divided into efferent arteriole, and efferent arteriole will further give rise to a capillary which is called peritubular capillary. Peritubular capillary. For example, interlobular artery give efferent arteriole. In this efferent arteriole divided into what? Into glomerular capillary, and then glomerular capillary make efferent arteriole, and efferent arteriole give rise to peritubular capillary. It is peritubular capillary, and then the venous system will start. And here is Bouamin capsule. For example, it is Nipran. Here is Bouamin capsule, proximal columnar tubule, ascending lobe of Henle, thick part of lobe of Henle, thin part of lobe of Henle, thick part of lobe of Henle, and then early part of distal columnar tubule, and then late distal columnar tubule, and then communicating duct. So it is the blood supply of kidney. Glomerular capillary will filtrate to the Bouamin capsule. That is GFR. Here GFR will be formed. So it is the blood supply of kidney.